Good morning, 109. So this week we're still continuing with the story, The Curious Garden, but this time we're going to focus on the reading skill of theme. So, what is theme? So, when I think about theme, I think about what the author is trying to convey. So, the meaning behind the story. It could be a message, it could be a lesson, it could be something that they want us to understand. And it happens in the beginning of the story, happens in the middle, and at the end. So, it's really throughout the story. So there are three questions that help me to think about theme. Question number one, what does the author want us to think about? So this is throughout the story. There's an idea that he or she wants us to think about. Number two, what idea stays with you? So it's throughout the story. There's this big idea that stays with you. And finally, question number three is how does the character grow or change? So there's something that happens in the beginning, right? There's usually a problem and then there's a solution. So how does that character grow, and not just grow, but change? Okay, so that is very helpful when I think about theme. And we have a couple of examples, right? So here is the word theme, and we already have had actually theme about family, right? So for example, we've read the story Mercy Watson to the Rescue, and Mercy is very lucky because he's in a spoiled family, right? And they love him and they treat him as if he's a person. So he really feels a sense of belonging, right? Because he is part of a family. So the theme is family, right? It's belonging. Okay. Another example of a story that we've read already that has to do with family and belonging is Lola Plants a Garden. So Lola plants a garden with her family, and she belongs to her family, and they create a garden together. So there's that theme of family and belonging. Another theme we've seen is a theme of friendship. So for example, I've read the book with you, right? Should I share my ice cream? And here we have the theme of family because we have family and friendship actually. Because we have Gerald, who is best friends of Piggy. And he has an ice cream and he says, should I share my ice cream? And you know what? Piggy is his best friend. So instead of having the ice cream to himself, he thinks about his friend. So this is about friendship and in a way being part of a family. Okay? And also we've seen friendship with the story Red Nip Cap Girl, right? And the reading tree. So Red Nip Cap Girl and White Bunny, they love to read books together. And they love it so much they create a nook with all their friends, right? And they have a sense of belonging because now they create a library inside the nook. So these are the themes that we've discussed already with some of the books we already read. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at theme with The Curious Garden. Okay, so let's review a little bit. So in the beginning of the story, right, we see a boy who is a nature loving boy. So what does that mean? He loves things on earth, right, that are living and non-living. And even though it's a dark and dreary world, he goes outside and he explores because he's a nature loving boy. And he says, you know what? I need to find something to do. I need to find something to explore. And then he finds flowers, right? He finds these amazing flowers. And then he has this idea, okay, which is part of the theme. So his idea is, right, I'm going to water these plants, right? I'm going to water them. I'm going to come every single day and water these plants. Why? Because I love nature and I'm hardworking and I'm dedicated. So now I'm going to wait until these plants grow. And you know something? The hard work and the dedication pays off because then weeks pass by and the flowers are growing, the grass is growing, the tree shrubs are growing, and as a matter of fact, after a couple of weeks and months and even years, what started off as one or two little flowers is now a huge lively city, right? Where even the neighbors join and it becomes a city of life. All right, so the theme in The Curious Garden is really three, right? It's hard work. So who's doing the hard work? Liam, right? He's doing the hard work of every single day coming to water those plants, right? And being patient and dedicated, taking his time, not rushing it, because he knows that plants are not going to grow in one day. They're not even going to grow in weeks. Sometimes it can take months, even years. But he is a hardworking and dedicated boy, and he waits. And not only that, but we have the theme of nature and environment, because he took this really dark and dreary city, and by watering plants every single day, he made it become alive. He made it lively, a green city, right? And that helped nature and his environment. It helped so much that the neighbors were helping. And then they also came outside, and it just made it such a great place to live in. So the theme of the story is, you know what? Hard work and dedication pay off. And he has helped nature. He's actually helped his environment. So that was the theme, okay? And now I'm going to show you what you're going to do for your assignment, okay? So here we have Liam, and we're going to figure out the theme. So the theme is that Liam is a nature-loving boy. He loves nature, right? He loves nature so much that he decides to be hardworking and dedicated. And he's going to water those plants every single day. So there's not one day he doesn't water those plants. And you know what? It takes weeks and weeks, but all that hard work and dedication, it pays off. Because look, all the tree shrubs and all the grass and all the flowers are growing, and it's becoming lively, and Liam is happy about that. Why? Because he's hardworking. So the theme of this story is that Liam, so this is Liam, is a nature-loving boy who is generous. He's very generous because he comes every day and waters the plants. He's hardworking, right? Every single day. Not one day does he miss watering those plants. And he's very dedicated. He takes his time. And also he's dedicated because as he's watering, he's also reading books on nature. So he's learning, how can I help this flower or this city that's so dreary become alive? What can I do? So one person can make a difference. And you know what? With all that dedication, he renews the urban city. And even the little bird is like, thank you, because now I have a place where I can create my nest and I can fly to and I can be protected. So you know what, Liam? Thank you. Right? And not only that, but it spreads through the town, because even the neighbors want to help. They see Liam and all the great things that he's done, so now they want to help. And it's a lively green garden. It's a lively green city. So the theme is hard work and dedication, right, can get you to create this beautiful nature's environment. So sometimes hard work does pay off. And here is Liam, and he wants you to know the theme. So boys and girls, with hard work, right, I am helping nature. I am helping the environment. So he says hard work. So the theme is hard work, dedication, and with hard work and dedication, I am helping nature. That's what the book is about. And the author, Peter Brown, that's what he did in real life, right? He helped to create a project. And in his city, there were no trees, there were no flowers. It was very dark and dreary. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to start watering the plants and the flowers and planting seeds. And all of a sudden, Peter Brown's, city became lively, right? And that was an inspiration for his book. And that's where he got the idea from. So the message is, if you put a lot of hard work and dedication to the things that you do, then they grow, they sprout, they emerge, right? Things come together. So what Peter Brown wants you to know with the theme of this story is that hard work and dedication, right, can get you a lively green garden, right? And it's a great thing that Liam is a nature-loving boy. He loves nature. And that's why he said, I'm going to go every single day and I'm going to water those plants. And even if it takes weeks and years, I know that this dark and dreary city is not going to be full of life. So you know what? The theme is hard work. So who's the hard worker? Liam is a hard worker, right? Every single day he was watering those plants and he's dedicated, meaning he takes his time. He's not rushing it and he's helping nature and the environment. So we have three themes here. We have hard work, dedication from Liam is creating a really great environment, right? Something that was so dark and dreary is now lively and green, and that helps nature. So that is what Peter Brown, the author of the story, wanted us to learn. Okay, so that is what you're going to write about. So theme, you can write it in one sentence. You can draw a picture, right, where you have the main character Liam and he is going to maybe water the plants, or you have to show how he's, right, has like grown maybe a tree shrub or some of the garden or some of the flowers, some of the grass, and you're gonna say that Liam is a nature loving, hardworking boy who helps the environment by bringing it from this dark and dreary city to this lively green city. And that is the theme. And that could be shown in the beginning, right? It was shown in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And that is the message that he wants to share with you, right? If you work hard, if you're dedicated and you care and you're committed about one idea, it can grow, it could develop. And that's exactly what Peter Brown did in his own city. And he decided to write a book about it. And he has the character Liam, which maybe could be him, and how he helped his dark and dreary city become lively and green. And that was done with a lot of hard work. And also because he's a nature loving boy, he loved nature. Okay, so that was the theme. Hard work and dedication can help your environment and nature. And the example of the curious garden. So you're going to write one sentence explaining, okay, what is the theme of the story, and make sure you have a picture and some labels. Okay, so just one sentence describing the theme. Make sure you have the picture of Liam and you have a label, maybe some trees or some greens showing. Okay, and maybe you could do it in the form of a poster like I did. All right, I hope this helps. Thank you. Bye.